Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about the one type of man that every woman respects. So this isn't about having good lines or being able to have like a really tight game when it comes to your dating skills. All of this really is the type of man that every woman respects. All comes down to how much the man himself respects himself. Okay? So it all comes down to self-respect. And this isn't just with women. Okay, the more you can respect yourself, and I don't mean in like a conceited, arrogant sort of self-respect, because in many ways, actually being arrogant and up yourself basically comes from more insecurity than it does actual like genuine self-respect. But the more you respect yourself, the more other people respect you. The moment you stop putting your attention and your want to get respect from others, including women, and the more you try and aim for that, the less respect you get. Okay, but the more you aim for feeling genuine respect for yourself and feeling proud of yourself in a very genuine way, okay, the key word there is genuine, that's when other people start to respect you too. Because if you pretend to respect yourself, basically you'll be walking with like a very fragile mask on if that respect for yourself isn't genuine. Okay, and people will be able to see through the cracks, okay, that you don't actually believe it. They'll be able to tell in the way that you walk, in the way that you carry yourself, that you don't actually have that much self-esteem. They'll be able to tell in the way that you communicate with them. And you may be thinking that you're saying all the right lines and you're doing all the right things and you're trying to show others that you are deserving of respect. But in reality, there'll be many little micro things that you're doing very unconsciously, because on an unconscious level, you don't respect yourself. So that's the main aim of the game. If you want the type of man that every woman respects, is the man that genuinely just respects himself. So how does this sort of manifest then? What kind of man does this? What are their behaviors, right? What are the behaviors of men who respect themselves? Well, one of them is when they're dating women or they're interested in a woman and that woman isn't showing the same level of interest. So let's say, for example, he sees a beautiful woman. He's like, wow, she's really nice. I'd love to ask her out and get to know her better. And he starts talking to her. Maybe he asks her out on a date. And she basically doesn't show much enthusiasm for him, or she flat out rejects him. A man who respects himself will let it go and walk away. He'll be like, yeah, sure, that sucks that she doesn't like me because, yeah, she's really beautiful. Yeah, I'd really love to get to know her, but, well, she's not into it, so, okay, fine, I'm going to move on. Hurts, it sucks, but, oh well. It's just one of those things. And then he moves on, okay? A man that doesn't respect himself, a man who doesn't respect himself very much, may not walk away immediately. Maybe he will eventually, but maybe a man who respects himself, who doesn't respect himself, will cling on to hope. Will cling on to hope that things will change. Because he doesn't respect himself. He would rather be living in hope and living in his fantasies, or he would rather be with a woman or trying to engage with a woman that shows less enthusiasm than walking away. Because on some level, he doesn't have the self-respect to walk away. And subconsciously, he believes he deserves to be rejected. He deserves to be in the life of a woman that doesn't really want him there. Because that's how he feels about himself. Because that's one of the crazy things about the world. The world is often a reflection of how we feel on the inside. Okay, so the way that you see the world, okay, it's probably different from the person sitting next to you, because we see the world as a mirror. Okay, so if you don't have much self-respect, and if you have low self-esteem, then you're going to be inviting in those kinds of people that don't really want you there because you feel the same way about yourself. So, in order to turn this around, then, you have to start genuinely trying to do things that actually build your respect in yourself. So you have to think, okay, so what things do I need to be doing to feel better about myself, to feel proud of myself in a very genuine way? Perhaps you already know what those things are. And I think most men do. And I think it's the same with women too. We know what we should be doing, but very often we fall short of what we should be doing. Okay. And when we don't, and we procrastinate, and we don't engage in the activities we know we should be doing, and we're not behaving in the ways that we know we should be behaving in, and we do the opposite, we lessen our respect for ourselves. And then, because we don't respect ourselves very well, we don't respect ourselves very much, we then go out into the world and people can see that in our body language. Okay, so this isn't just a guy thing, this is for women too. You have to respect yourself. So another thing that this type of man does, a man that respects himself, not only does he walk away immediately from women who show no interest or lack of interest, but they also are pushing for the life that they want until they make it a reality. Because that's one of the ways that you can actually build self-respect too. Okay, if you've got dreams and you've got goals, you've got things that you really want to do, then you're working towards them. Start working towards them. Stop procrastinating and get on with creating the life that you want. Now, one of the complaints that I see about that, when I talk about these kinds of things, is, well, what if I, start doing these things and in 5 years they haven't manifested, they're not here. I've worked really hard and they're just not here yet. Well, that time is going to pass anyway. Okay? So you might as well be trying to aim for your dreams by pursuing your goals and trying to tackle them every day until you make your dream life a reality. You might as well be doing those things, because the time is going to pass anyway. And I guarantee that if you work towards your dreams and your goals and the things that you want in this life, in 5 years' time, even if you haven't got exactly what it is you want, you're going to be way further ahead than if you had never done those things at all and you just procrastinated on your dreams and you never tried. So you might as well, you got nothing to lose. You might as well just think of some things that will really make your life wonderful. Think of like the kind of money you want to earn, the kind of house you want to live in, the kind of friends that you want, the kind, just everything, right? Just think about how everything would be if you could have it perfectly. And then think of what some things you can do to then make it a reality. What can you do every single day? Some actionable steps that you can take every single day to make it a reality. And that causes a woman to respect you and other people to respect you as well. Like your guy friends, people that you work with, that will get them to respect you as well. Okay? And also, you will begin to respect yourself, because people that don't respect themselves don't work towards their dreams because they believe on some subconscious level that they don't deserve it, that they don't, and also in a way, in a kind of sick way, it kind of affirms, if they don't work on their dreams, it affirms their low self-esteem. It affirms their reality and their mirror of the world that's being reflected back at them. They'll try something for like a month, and if it doesn't work, they're like, well, this doesn't work, I give up. And then they can go back to being in their low self-esteem mood and feeling self-pity, because that's what they are. That's just how they view themselves and how they feel. And it feels normal for them to feel those things and to experience those things and to have that low self-esteem. Okay? But those people, those men out there that are pushing for the life that they want and they're trying to make it a reality relentlessly, those are the men that respect themselves. Because if you don't put in the work, you don't respect yourself. But if you are putting in the work, that is showing, just by the fact that you're showing up every day, that you do respect yourself. So the type of woman that every woman respects is the man that respects himself. And he can walk away from women who are not showing much enthusiasm, even if he finds them really beautiful and he really wants to get to know them. He just lets it go. He's able to let it go. He's able to walk away. And also, he's pushing for a life that he wants. Now, it could be that he's just maintaining a life that he already likes, because it could be that, you like your job, you like your circumstances, you like your friends, and that's great. So what you're doing then is you're just maintaining the life that you've already got. You may not have goals or dreams that you really want to work on, and maybe you're already living a really great life, which is awesome. But I feel like most people do have things that they would like to have, goals that they would like to achieve, things that, just have some aspirations. So if you're pushing for the life that you want and you keep on working at it until it becomes a reality, and you keep showing up, that will automatically make you feel more respect for yourself by the fact that you're showing up every day to try and make that a reality. Okay? So the best thing that you need to cultivate isn't trying to get respect from women or anyone. The best respect that you can get is the respect of yourself. And you do that by showing up, by not procrastinating, by doing things in such a way that makes you feel terrific about yourself. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to read my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, you can go and read it completely for free on my website. All you have to do is go to www.christinelovers.com. And you can also go to www.christinelovers.com to get coaching with me. But if you'd like to coach yourself and you can't afford the coaching or whatever it may be, then you can just coach yourself by reading the book, which is completely there, available for free on the website. So if you go to www.christinelovers.com, just go to the menu on the website and then scroll down to what's the tab that says the book. Click on that and it'll take you straight there. Okay. The only thing that else is on that page, okay, because it'll just take you straight to a PDF reader, because you don't need to log into the website, you don't need to sign up. The only thing that else is there on the page is a link to Amazon if you'd like to get the Kindle version or the physical copy. But it's not necessary, because everything that's in this is also on, is everything in this physical copy is on the website. Okay, so you don't have to give me a dime. You can just read it for free. But if you do want to buy a copy of the Kindle version or the physical copy, that'd be really nice, because it could be just another way that you can support me if you would like to. So thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.